It's Nolan.
What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, do me a favor right before we get into the contents of this video, go ahead and like and share it. All right. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We need to get them numbers up. We on the road to 10K, right? We close to 7, but we're trying to get to 10, and we're gonna keep elevating from there. All right. So today we're gonna be talking about Lil Durk. All right. He's being sued for $12 million by a fintech company called Exceed that he's been working with, or allegedly working with, for about a year now. I've reported on him and his collaboration with Exceed earlier this year, somewhere around April, if I'm not mistaken. Things seem to have gone bad with them around May of this year. We're going to get into all of the details in just one moment. But unfortunately, Durk, you're going to have to turn that water down in the shower, man. They got you in some hot water, my brother. You're going to have to cool that shit off. Take a cold one real quick, all right? Let's get into the details, y'all. So a New York fintech company called Exceed, as I said, they're suing Lil Durk for at least $12 million in USD. And this is very important that they're calling it USD, okay? Because Exceed, they deal in crypto. So they're accusing Lil Durk, his business manager, and label of what they call manifest fraud in a deal to sell the rights to Lil Durk's track, Bedtime, okay? Now, earlier this year, he did launch an NFT program where he was going to give the people that bought into his NFT community fractional shares of his song Bedtime, so that when he streamed online, they would get a portion of the kickbacks, but it would be in crypto, if I'm not mistaken. He also released a line of NFT wearables and clothes and shoes that could be put on digital characters, which I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. As we saw over time, the digital NFT collaborations and stuff that were going on with Nike and all that, I don't think none of that stuff really panned out the way they expected. So a lot of people invested heavily into this space. They thought it was going to revolutionize the game. It did create additional income streams, but it also created additional scrutiny on people's finances and where everything was going to be worked out, especially when it came to major label artists, because there's another layer, right, which is the labels, which we're going to get into here. So in a complaint filed with the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, Exceed Talent Capital says Lil Durk, his business manager Andrew Bonsu, and his label OTF agreed to sell the rights to Bedtime, the song that he put out, even though Lil Durk has an exclusive contract with Sony Music Entertainment's Alamo Records, right? That's the company he's signed to. They've been putting his music out for years. Exceed Talent Capital says it enables qualified investors to directly participate in the talent and creator economy by selling fractions of shares in the revenue streams from works created by quote-unquote high-earning talents in sports and entertainment. The company says in its complaint that they acquired the rights to Bedtime for $600,000. So they paid out this money to Lil Durk and his team. They gave him $600,000 up front to retain the rights to this record that they were going to auction off the shares to, right? With the intention of making it available through its fractional investing infrastructure. As I said, only later did the company learn that Lil Durk, whose given name is Dirk Derek Banks, previously had assigned to a third party the exact same rights. Along with Lil Durk, the lawsuit names Bonsu and OTF as defendants, along with Bonsu's company, Only the Family Entertainment Incorporated, and music industry consultancy TPMG, which Exceed says acted as an intermediary in the arrangement between Lil Durk and the fintech. So they must not have been dealing directly with Durk and his team. They went through a third party intermediary, TPMG. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but they were the ones that were brokering this deal. Now, Exceed and Lil Durk announced their partnership last fall, starting with offering fans a Trenches All Access Pass. I talked about this earlier in the year. A sort of NFT that provided fans exclusive access to a private Grand Theft Auto roleplay server custom built by Durk and his OTF gaming company. Now, I've also talked about T Grizzly and how he turned his music career into launching his own private server on Grand Theft Auto, and he's made millions off of it. He made way more off of his Grand Theft Auto community and world, T Grizzly world, than he ever did off of music, okay? So Lil Durk saw that. T Grizzly went viral about a year ago with his telling his story. There was a lot of people that were able to corroborate that story because you were basically paying to get into his Discord group, right? And in order to get in the Discord group, you had to pay money, and then it would give you access to be a part of the Grand Theft Auto community, right? So it's a kind of an all access pass thing, but it was ran via Discord. Rather than go through Discord, Lil Durk went through Exceed. So at the time The server had a wait list of over 15,000 fans, okay? They were offered immediate lifetime access, limited edition in-game wearables, those shoes that I told y'all about, them shits was ugly as fuck anyway, and first dibs on shares from the proceeds of Bedtime. At the time when this deal went through and everything looked good, it was such a gleaming prospect, Lil Durk came out and said, hey, where I'm from, few own anything. As the voice of the trenches and for my label OTF, I'm always looking for ways to expand and give back to my people. Exceed makes it possible for my fans to become part of my team and share in our success together. So he sounded extremely excited to give his fans access to his music, this particular song, right? And I'm guessing if things would have went well with that particular song, they would have gone on to do more partnerships in the same way, more music, right? Because if it yields results, what's going to stop you from going back and doing it again? Just keep running the jug. And I really hate that because he used what a lot of people in hip hop do is talk about, man, where I come from, we don't own shit. You know, we ain't got none. We ain't got nothing but corner stores, liquor store, goddamn drug dealers, traps, shit like that. So here's an opportunity to own something that's moving, that's successful. Yeah. But now we find out you don't have the rights to even bring the fans in. So where's the money? Where's the money at? Where's the money going? Because if there was a wait list, that means I'm sure they paying. So where's the results? Exceed says that in May of 2023, the company received a demand letter from Alamo Records, his record company, the company over OTF, right? They're the ones that put the music out. They distribute the music. They put the marketing dollars into Durk and OTF. They advised Exceed that Lil Durk was signed to their exclusive recording agreement and that neither the defendant nor the music distributor Empire possess any right to assign interest in the revenue streams generated by Bedtime. So they say, we own that fucking song. I don't know what y'all did. Y'all might want to try to get y'all 600,000 back because y'all ain't going to be cashing in on nothing. You can't get the fans no ownership of this song because we never cleared it. We never signed off on it. Y'all did some sideways shit outside of our approval. Exceed's complaint, which can be read in full elsewhere, they say the company was forced to cancel and withdraw the offering of the shares in Bedtime, which Exceed had expended significant time, effort, and financial resources in registering with the SEC, ensuring that they were complying with the rules and regulations and the marketing and promoting. It was also forced to return the funds that had been invested in by third parties in the offering, further significantly damaging Exceed's reputations and relationships with partners and investors, which I totally agree with, because they did not know that you didn't have the rights to do this, right? Because y'all clearly, I'm sure they asked at some point, hey, do you own this music? Are you sure you're able to put this on the marketplace? They're like, hell yeah, it's my label, OTF. We own everything. No, the fuck you don't. Long as you're in that deal with Alamo, unless you're doing a licensing deal with them, what are we doing? This is a bad place, bad business, right? And it's just like, and when I talk about this, I want everybody to understand bad business goes on at every level of the music industry, right? So Lil Durk doing this is no different from you artists that be putting music out claiming you own it. And y'all really don't be owning shit because you got leased beats. There's nothing against leased beats. I still lease beats myself, but you have to understand what rights do and don't come with that leased beat. You can't go sell your masters if you got tracks on leased beats. So if a company came to you and said, man, we want to give you $10 million for your catalog. And then they say, oh shit, you leased all your beats, you don't fully own this music, we can't do nothing with you. Call your producers, get everybody involved. We need you to make sure you have exclusive rights over everything that you've put out in order for us to invest this money towards you. A lot of y'all are out there. I talk about this all the time as well. A lot of y'all are leasing beats, putting content ID on your songs. You don't own those songs because you don't own the beat. So you should not be claiming content ID over it. The producer can because they created the beat. You can't unless you buy them out or you cut them in. And you have to have a conversation where they agree to be cut in. So it's a lot of nuance that goes into this stuff. Anyway, so all their partners, their relationships with Exceed are now looking at them with the side eye like, damn, bro, we invested money, marketing resources, everything. We got 15,000 people on wait lists that are waiting on their opportunity to invest in Lil Durk's song. All of it down the drain. So Exceed says that they've repeatedly demanded that Durk and his team rectify their manifest contractual breaches, only to be met with resounding silence. So at the point now where they're trying to get some clarity, get some understanding, get Durk and his team to fix this, now they're getting silence in return. At the time, Exceed had already paid $450,000 out of their $600,000 that they were supposed to pay Durk, right, under the contract. But the defendants utterly ignored Exceed's entreaties and refused to refund Exceed any portion of the money that they've already paid. The company says that they've sustained at least $12 million in damages as a result of this failed deal with Lil Durk. Because again, if people are investing money, you got 15,000 people. Yeah, if they start paying money for all of these things in this digital world, this digital collectible, and they want to get royalties on Durk's music, that money's going somewhere. And now, because you haven't delivered the goods in return, the rabbits now got the gun on your ass, pretty much. The complaint alleges that Lil Durk signed with Alamo Records well before his deal with Exceed. That's a fact. Meaning that the contractual representations and warranties made in the contract with Exceed were known by the defendants to be false at the time they were made. Again, they knowingly went into this partnership knowing that they couldn't deliver what was actually being exchanged, but Durk and his team went forth with it anyway. Exceed is asking the court to award compensatory damages in an amount to be determined at trial, as well as punitive damages and attorney fees and costs incurred as a result of the defendant's misconduct. But at this time, that's all I have. We're waiting to see if Lil Durk is going to respond, if he's going to come out and say anything in response to this company, Exceed. They're going to be moving forward. They want to get their money. We're going to see if Lil Durk continues to fight it, if they need to go to trial. You know what I'm saying? If there's going to be an open civil case about this, it's going to be very interesting. 12 million, that ain't nothing to laugh or scoff at, man, for anybody. I know Lil Durk has money, but I don't know if he got 12 million in an account that he could just give out to this company. Again, let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. I will see y'all on the next one. And of course, we signing out with Let's Get It, okay? Let's go.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble. New day, let's get it.